In this lesson, we are going to implement profile screen. When you log in and click on your name and select user profile, we are going to implement this profile page and user can update their name, their email, their password and click on update. After update, you will get this message and also your name will change in the header menu. To get the source code of this lesson, go to the repository here, and in the comment section, you can compare your code in this lesson with this commit. Let's get to code. Here is the plan to create profile screen. First of all, go to the front-end RC screens folder, and like always, we are going to create a component for profile screen. Create new file and set the file name to profilescreen.js. In this file, type RFC to create a React functional component, and inside this component, get the user info from the context. We did it in previous screens, so I just use the code from that screen, I mean order story, and let's import use context and store from /store. In the return part, we are going to create a small container. So get rid of div here and then create a small container like this. Inside that, use helmet to set title to user profile and import helmet from React Helmet async. Save the file to format your code and go for the next step. Create heading 1 to set the title to user profile. Then create a form. Here is the form. Set onSubmit to submit handler. We implement this to update the user profile. Then go for the first field and it's gonna be the user name. Here is the username. Use class name margin button 3 and set control ID to name. Create a form label for name and a form control. Set value to name. We need to fetch it from the user info and unchange to set name. So we need to create a name state. What I'm gonna do here is to define a state for name and set name and set it to use state. Press tab to import it, and the default value is coming from user info in the context. It's user info.name. Duplicate this line for email and set email in the user info.email. Also, to get rid of submit handler error, just define submit handler as an async function. We implement it later like this. Save the file and import form from React Bootstrap /form like this. The next step is creating a form input for email. Right after first form group, create another form group for email, set type to email, value to email, and unchange update the email. It's required too. Also, we need to update the password. For the password, create another form group for password, and for confirm password, create a new form group. We need to define password and confirm password state. Scroll up, duplicate email 2 times. The first one is password. Second one is confirm password. Set confirm password and set password. The default value for password is empty string. Save the file, and here is the result. As a last item in this form, we need to create update button. Here is the button for the update. Get the button from React Bootstrap. Scroll up, duplicate this, and rename form to button. Let's add this form to the routes in the app.js. Open app.js in front-end folder, find the route section, and duplicate sign up, rename it to profile, and the component is profile screen press tab to import it. By having this change, let's check the result. Click on your name, select profile. Here we created a simple and beautiful user profile screen, and we can change the username, user email, and password. What I'm gonna do, so the next step is gonna be implementing the update button. If you click on it, it refreshes the page entirely. Let's fix this issue. Find the submit handler pass event because it handles submission of the form, and call e.preventDefault to prevent refreshing the page. Then dispatch update request. But before dispatch, we need to define a reducer. Here is the loading update to show a loading box when I'm updating the user profile, and dispatch, they are coming from use reducer, so imported from React. We need to implement reducer function, and the default value for the loading update is false. Right before the profile screen, implement this reducer function. It accepts state and action and check action.type. If it's update request, set loading update to true. If it's success, make it false. And also for the fail state. Save it and go back to the submit handler. Like always, we are going to send an AJAX request, so create a try catch body. For the catch part, I'm going to dispatch fetch fail action and use toast. Press tab to import it from React Toastify and call error function to show an error message. We use get error from utils. Press tab to import get error and also the toast. The catch part is done. Let's go for the try part. Here is the code of AJAX request. We use Axios, import Axios from Axios, and the address is /API/users/profile, and it's a put HTTP API request. The form data is the name, email, and password. They are the data that user entered in the form inputs. And the header should be set because it's an authorized request. If everything is okay, then dispatch update profile, and also we need to dispatch an action in the context using this code. So the type of action is user sign in, and the payload is the data that we get from this API request. After that, update the local storage because we are changing the user data in the front end, and show this beautiful message, user updated successfully. Save your code and go for implementing this API. Open user routes, and at the very end, define user router.put for /profile. First of all, get the user from database, then check the user. If user exists, update username and email. If the data is empty, use the previous data for that user in the database. So don't make it empty. If the password exists, encrypt the password using bcrypt.hashsync and set the new password. At the end, save the user in the database and use rest.send to send back user information, including user ID, name, email, and isAdmin. Also, we need to send the token to using this code. Token using generate token for the updated user. Save the file, and for the else part, rest.setStatus to 404 and send this message, user not found. For the is off, let's import it from util and make sure that there is no error in the backend terminal. Let's test it. Click on user profile, change your name and your password and enter a new password 123 and click on update. We are getting this error. It says duplicate key for email. Admin1 is already exists. Let's make it admin1 too and click on update. Awesome. It says user updated successfully. And as you see, the change appears in the header menu too. I just copy the email and log out As you see, we are getting this error when I log out. Let's fix this error. What is the error? It says cannot read property of null reading name. To fix this error, go to app.js, find the sign out, and here redirect user to the sign in screen. Let's try again. Refresh, sign in. This time enter the new email and password and click on sign in. Then go to the user profile and sign out. This time there is no error and you will be redirected to the sign in screen. So if I sign in with previous email and password, I get invalid email and password. And by entering the new email and password, I can go the login section. So what I'm gonna do is to change it to the previous email and password 123456 123456 and update. Awesome. Great, we successfully implemented profile screen. Let's check what we did. That's it about this lesson. Until next lesson, bye-bye.